share the spills. But guess what? I actually have an advantage for the spillage today. Because you see, I do need some raw bamboo. Some unused bamboo. You know? Like the kind of bamboo that's not crafted into wood. Because I need to make scaffolding and I I have no way of separating the thing from this farm unless I like stay here doing this all day. And we don't want to do that. So yeah, I'll be doing that in between episodes. I see something we need over there in the distance. You may not recognize it, but it's there. And today I want to talk about Hoppers. I finally got to watch it because you know, good old Disney movies. You know, it's always fun to watch a Disney movie. And to be fair, I'm not sure what I think about the like Hoppers as a movie because I didn't love it as much as people seem to. Like a lot of people were saying it's the first time like Disney released a good movie, animated movie in a hot minute. I mean, I see it, but I'm not sure I agree, you know? It's like I kind of maybe don't I don't think it's a perfect movie. It does have like a lot of funny jokes, but the funny jokes do feel like writer's room, you know? I don't know how to explain it besides the movie felt like a writer's room movie. You know, the kind of movie that you'd sit in the writer's room and come up with, if that makes any sense. Maybe that sounds like the stupidest thing you've ever heard, but to me it makes sense. Did you guys know you can duplicate these with just yeah, fucking it up with the with this? Yeah. And we're gonna need quite a bit of magenta dye, so I might as well do all of this bone meal. Nice. So I thought the movie synopsis and like basic concept wasn't too bad. I like the idea of like girl who cares about the environment does crazy shit for the environment. I don't think I minded that. She turns herself into a beaver and like terrorizes the mayor of town. And it's like she's doing this to get him to not destroy like a natural place. And it's pretty cool. I don't hate it. I think it's a pretty alright movie. It's just that it didn't tickle me in the right places, if that makes sense. So it's like I didn't see a lot of point to most of what the movie was trying to do. In a weird way. I didn't felt it. I was entertained by the movie, but I don't know if I can like take out a proper I don't know if I can like find a proper message and like clean it up and be like, aha, yes, this must be exactly what they meant. No, it's okay. All the zombies in the world can show up while I'm trying to go to bed. And I just hear tss. Okay, good. Nice. Rotten flesh. Hey, Mojang, can you give a use to rotten flesh? No, why would we? Why would we give a use to rotten flesh? Well, Mojang, we don't give uses to shit. So, I don't know. My thoughts on the movie were basically like turned out to be, yeah, it's fine. Which is not what you'd like to hear when you're like listening to a review. And there are things about the movie that I felt more like strongly about. Please don't blow up my farm. Oh, I need to turn off that data pack. But I don't particularly feel strongly about anything really. Oh my god, why are the mobs impossible today? They decided they just wanted to be assholes today, I guess. I didn't find it to be a bad movie, just not a movie that inspired anything in me. Alright. And then, when I watched the movie, there was something I noticed that I didn't quite like. I'm surprised I didn't see people talking about, but like, doesn't the movie look AI to people sometimes? Maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe I'm the only one who's suffering from this, but bro, the movie looks AI sometimes. I don't know. I don't know how nobody talked about it. It doesn't look AI when it comes to the main characters because the main characters have like this distinct visual style that you'd expect out of them. But for some reason, background characters that show up sometimes just they look fake. You know? How did I saved one? How did? Okay. Well, there's more over there. I can just go get them later. I'm not even sure if this is all the dye I need. I probably need more. Okay, sure. Let's assume I'll need more. Just get more. And if it, do I need more? I gotta go check. I gotta go check if I need more. But yeah, the background characters looked super AI generated a lot of the times. The main characters did not, because I imagine they probably couldn't get AI at that moment to like recreate the visual thing that they wanted to recreate. And now they're coming out with, I think it was Hexed. I think that's the name of the new movie that actually looks even more AI generated. So we'll see about that. At least I can say that like Hoppers doesn't seem like a movie that was entirely AI generated. There's a lot of pretty visuals and a lot of characters that worked out fine. It's just, something about it didn't quite click in my think. I think mostly I'm just looking at it and thinking to myself like, okay, yeah, this looks fine, but from an animation standpoint, it doesn't stand out compared to like Disney's competitors. I know it's Disney, but it's like I kind of wish it would compare a little better. How come I didn't put a crafting table around here? How come I managed to do this? How do I manage to make a little area to work on something and I don't put like essential shit? Crafting table. That need a bed. We need a bed. I'm gonna make a little. I'm gonna start a new project. Little house for that thing that I'm gonna build there, and I'm gonna need resources for this house. And so I'm gonna have to stop everything to go get resources for this house. Oh, I'm so silly. Um, how does one do this? It is not like this. Does this shit genuinely only work with normal terracotta? Like, do can you genuinely not dye a color of terracotta that is in normal? Oh my god. Oh my god. You genuinely can't. You genuinely can't dye. Like re-dye a terracotta color that is in the default one. It's 2026. They they fucking added like slabs and stuff today. And and I can't dye glazed terracotta that's like I can dye. You got to kill something. Gotta kill Mojang. So let's go. Things I did like about Hoppers. I think primarily, yeah, I like the character design. I love the character design of the main character. Because again, outside of the NPCs looking a little bit AI generated, it's clear that even if they wanted, they couldn't generate the like specific design of the main character. So that didn't go anywhere. The animals have like the coolest designs. I really like the designs of all the different animals. The beavers are incredibly adorable. And there's also, I think there's a newt. I don't know if it's a newt or what it is, but there's this lizard guy. He looks like from a completely different movie. And I think that kind of enhances the joke. So no, not a bad character to put in. Hey guys, yeah, I could use your bones. Your bones would be pretty nice. Thank you. No, I don't. I didn't want to deal with a zombie right now. Oh god damn it. Okay, this is the non-colored terracotta, right? This is orange. This is orange. So this one's the non-colored one, huh? Cool. Let's get some, but not so close to the portal. I don't like getting the resources close to the portal. So yeah, that nude looks like from a completely different movie, and I appreciated that because it makes any joke with that character fine. So it's like, Yeah, I don't see myself complaining about that specific character. That's good. But next, what next is me showing up to this part again. You love showing up to this part. Yeah. Oh boy, remember when I threw out all that terracotta that I could have been using? Yeah, that would have been useful, huh? Wouldn't it? I like the shark, the human resources shark. That's one of those jokes that I felt like it's just our writers' room joke in the sense that like it is funny, but it doesn't feel particularly inspired. I guess maybe that's a way to explain what I mean by writers' room comedy, right? Like not particularly inspiring, inspired. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way of putting it. But I did like the comedy with that character. It's not. It didn't strike me as something particularly creative. I was just, I was okay with it. I would love being okay with stuff just on average. All right, we're gonna need all of this to be terracotta. In fact, we're gonna need you to be terracotta as well. All terracotta. And why do I have a potato? I don't fucking know. More terracotta we need. All the terracotta in the world. Welcome to the Terracotta Wars. Or something. I don't know. Things I didn't like, besides that whole thing with the NPCs looking AI generated or whatever. Message, little iffy. I don't like this idea. Yeah, we can just fix the millionaires. Antagonists, besides the main antagonist, I didn't feel like the others did much. They were just kind of there, kind of setting up this big fucking world that is not gonna be relevant at all to the movie. I don't think it's one of those things that I outright dislike as much as it's one of those things that I find unnecessary. But like, it could work if they ever decide to make a sequel, which I don't think they will, considering the movie underperformed in theaters somehow. It is just the way things go. And then I'm not sure. Hold on, I was supposed to pause the recording and it didn't pause. Why is it not paused? Right. There's that not to up. I mean, it is cool. It is cool that they did the not to up. And kind of imply that both of the movies happen in the same universe, but I think maybe just I don't know. Maybe it's a little too on the nose. Like there used to be, Pixar theory, and Pixar theory used to be really cool because it always felt subtle, right? It felt like the fans were just working with what they had. They were given something, and then they like work out what to do with it. And I always found that to be fun. Trying to connect fucking Brave to the rest of the narrative, and trying to connect the Monsters Inc. to the rest of the narrative. And nowadays, it seems they just do it on purpose. They foreshadow the next movie and also like call back to one of their prior movies all the time. I don't think I dislike, again, one of those things that I just find interesting more than just me outright disliking it, and that should tell you something, right? I don't think the movie had many things that I outright disliked. Sure, the writing room writing is kind of nah, but at the same time, I'm not particularly complaining about it. I did enjoy a lot of the jokes and a lot of what the movie had to offer. So, I think it's an overall balanced movie. It's just, ooh, those AI background fellas don't inspire trust in me. But hey, if this one gets the nomination in the Oscars over fucking, Hexed, I mean, that would be kind of a win, I think. At this point, I don't think Disney cares anymore about the Oscars because they're clearly not trying to win it. But we'll see. Last time they did do a pretty ambitious movie was with Elemental, which I will talk about later because I did get inspired to watch Elemental like recently. But we still have other movies and stuff to talk about before we get there. So TLDR, was it good? Yeah, I think Hoppers was good. I'm not gonna claim that it was as amazing as it could have been. I don't think it's the peak of what Pixar has done, and I don't think it's a return to form, as many people say. I found it about as good as I found, Elemental, which we'll talk about later. What is this? Stop it killing me! God fucking damn it, you're annoying. You're annoying the shit out of me. God damn it, I'm so annoyed. Everything annoys me. Sometimes I just hear background noise and it annoys me to hell and back, and it also annoys me with the game. And I apologize for all the background noise. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, alright? Okay, this video's over. This video is so over. This video ended an hour ago, and I just kept it alive. It's on a fucking IV drip. Hoppers gets, I don't know, an A tier for me, which is, okay, you know, it was okay. Every other movie gets an A tier anymore. It's all A tiers. The entire world of cinema is A tiers for me. Fuck, I haven't seen a movie that I disliked so much I got angry, or a movie I liked enough to not get angry in a while. Bye!